black magic has me in its spell.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the vampire yet again. I might as well show the battle with this guy once more. I did a lot of grinding in between episodes, and I did make it all the way through the Earth Cave for the most part before coming here again. Now, we're going to be fighting the vampire again. I've noticed Pizza is actually starting to do some really decent damage. Like, as you saw there, he did, what was that, like 50 damage or so? I wasn't paying attention, but oh my. Well, maybe I've been over-leveled a bit, but that's fine. After all, we do have to backtrack through this place, and there are one-hit kill enemies we can't run away from, so we got the ruby. Now, we're going to head back to the other cave, and we're going to use the ruby to get past the giant. And now, some of you might be thinking, oh, this is a Final Fantasy game. Obviously, there's a warp spell. We could just warp out of here and get back. There is a warp spell in this game, but we can't use it yet. It's also very expensive at this point, even if we could use it, and it's nowhere near where we are. So, yeah, we're not going to be getting to it. We might as well just go the long way, and after all, we might do some of these battles and actually get some experience points. I noticed in the last couple of episodes I accidentally called the orbs crystals. That's because in a lot of the later Final Fantasy games, such as 3, they're called crystals instead of orbs, and 4, which I'm replaying at the time. Oh boy, we got more wizards. And I might as well go all out and use Ice 2 on these guys, because there's 4 of them, and these guys are a threat, really. We need to be going before them. Pizza's down to 8 HP now. He's barely still alive. Fire 2, just end these people, please. 30... It's still not killing any of them. Please just end these guys this turn. Mel, 8 damage was enough, wow. And Pizza, I'd assume 65 is enough, yeah. Yeah, Pizza's starting to do some alright damage, it's just that he still isn't as strong as Fred, and he doesn't have much great defense. And oh, look at that, Fred now reached level 10. Pizza and Mel are still low on HP. Once we get off of this floor, we're pretty much in the clear, because after this floor, the enemies are pretty normal. There's also cockatrices on this floor. Cockatrice, the way I said it sounded kind of inappropriate, but...
Please give me cock.
There's, that one kind of enemy that turns you into stone, and if you're all turned into stone, that's an instant game over. It doesn't even, like, you can't recover from stone after time. You have to use an item or a spell. Okay, now this is the maze floor. There's only 3 floors that we have to go through the first time through, so it is... At least we're not going to the exact end of the dungeon, it's just that we're going a decent way through. Also, wow, that is a lot of gargoyles. I'm gonna get out of here, as I usually tend to do. There goes Mel. 46 to Jockey. Pizza's okay. Fred's okay. Jockey's hurt now. Jockey's gone. At least Fred's not taking too much damage, and Pizza can get us out of situations like that because of him running away. So, it is just Pizza and Fred now, so I'm definitely going to use some of these heal potions on Pizza, so he'll be in a slightly better position. We also still have the loot, which we were given by Princess Sarah way back at the beginning of the game. We haven't had any use for it, and we still don't at this point. It's not used until the very end of the game, I believe. We're almost at the end of this floor. And the first floor is really just a bunch of directions we don't have to go, so there's not much to it. We just gotta head back. Oh boy. Monster Strike first in its bowls? Oh, that's the end of Pizza. Okay, come on, Fred. Get us out of here, dude. Fred, come on. You gotta run away now. Run away, Fred, any day. There you go, Fred. Okay, it's just Fred now. I mean, I suppose I was talking about he was behind an experience point, so now... I probably should use a tent, huh? At least he's not taking much damage. That's the nice thing about Fred, is that he barely takes any damage from enemies. And he is doing a decent job of running away. I'm actually not going to use any tents, just because he's a decent amount of health. All it'll do is really save the game, which... I don't know. I mean, I'm doing fine right now. Huh. Oh, wait a second. This one doesn't have the clinic, so we gotta head back to a different town. Okay, looks like the journey with just Fred got a little bit longer. I hope you guys like Fred, because, it's his adventure now. Oh, dude, Fred, take the shark out, man. That's all you. Oh, and we had the chance to strike first, too, so he didn't even get to do anything that turn. Yeah, Fred, you got this. There you go. 2 turns, took care of that shark. All on his own. Good job, Fred. Oh, why did that get so much more? Oh, you know what it is? And I didn't realize this was a mechanic in the original Final Fantasy. I knew this is the case in later games. But apparently they had this in the original game where if your other party members are dead, the one party member who makes it through, or the few party members that make it through, get more experience points than if it was all 4 of them, because it's not split between. So technically the shark isn't worth 66 experience points, it's just he's worth 66 experience points spread between 4 people. Gil is still 66 though, so they generally expect you to have all 4 party members alive most of the time. You know, a nice thing about coming back here to get to the clinic is that we get to go back to this inn, which is only 30 gold. We have a lot of gold now, it's 20,003 actually, so that's a lot. But we should head to the golem who wanted us to get the ruby. Alright, we're back into the very blue dungeon. Man, this place is blue. But anyway, how you doing? If you want pass, give me ruby. It tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite. And then he just disappears, never to be seen again. Is there actually treasure down here? I think there is. So I might as well go for it. Because this isn't too hard of a dungeon. There aren't like ridiculous... Oh. Saber-tooth tiger. I didn't remember these guys are here, but we might as well just take care of him, I guess. We have a great axe. 620 gil. Or gold. 450 gold. And a silver helmet, which I assume is a better helmet for, well, Fred already is barely taking damage from anything, so can Pizza use it? Nope. Well, it looks like we're giving it to Fred, just like every other armor piece. And now here's kind of an annoying thing about the original Final Fantasy. As you can see, Fred has all the armor pieces he can handle. He has all 4 slots taken up. Here's the thing, if that's the case with all of our party members, which we'd want it to be because we want them to have a lot of armor, then none of them would be able to pick up any armor pieces from chests. In fact, it's the same with weapons. Although it's not nearly as bad there because generally you're only equipping 1 weapon. But yeah, your inventory, it's not great. They fix it in the remakes where the items is just universal and they're all go to this inventory here. Let's see. He currently has 2947% with that weapon, which I believe... If he has the great axe, will that be better? 3642, that's better actually. So Fred, you can go ahead and use that axe from now on, at least for until we get to an even better weapon. Because the fighter does get a lot of weapons, and a lot of armor for that matter. Here's the required way to go, is the northern staircase. We're back into the overworld, oddly enough. Here's an area where we just gotta head back to the overworld, travel south, and into this cave here. I guess they didn't want the peaceful old man that we're supposed to reach in the same area as the giant who eats the rubies. And over here we have an old sage man. How you doing? Use this rod behind the vampire's room. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the earth's rot. So, I guess I should elucidate a bit more on this game's story. Garland, he was a good guy. He was the guy we fought back at the beginning. Garland, he was a good guy at first, but the 4 fiends from 2,000 years ago traveled further in time, somehow, and they went to Garland and were like, hey, we want to wreck the Earth. Can you help us do that? And he's like, sure. So now they're wrecking the Earth. And, yeah, that's the story.